Welcome to the Chapter 3 Who or What Decides What You Get project help video. Before we start this out, make sure that you have gone over the instruction sheet that was passed out in class and that you understand that first. Alright, once you've gone through that, if there's still some things you're confused on or you don't know how to get to things, that's what this video is designed to help you do. Alright, we're starting off at the classroom website, the biharyclassroom.weebly.com, and you're going to go over here to economics and econ assignments. One of the things you will notice is I have rearranged how the assignments are categorized, and they are now set up by chapter instead of unit, so this will make it a lot easier to find things. Go to Chapter 3, Economic Systems, and click on the tab. When you get there, you will scroll all the way down to Week 3, March 12th through the 16th. Here under the date Monday, March 12th, you will find the project. Right? There's some instructions here. It gives you the due date. It's due by March 19th by 2:15 p.m. So they give you a week to work on this project, and you'll have 3 days in class to work on it. Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday. So that'll be something you get to work on as well. All right? If you're going to go down here to project template, and this is where you're going to get the template to actually make the project. Now you may find that when you get to this point, or when you click on the project template and you try to go and use it, that you will get an error message that doesn't work in your browser. If that happens, that means you're going to unfortunately have to download Google Chrome to your laptop computer. And because this might be an issue, this means that in class we are going to be using the same 2 carts each day during the week when we have in-class time. So make sure you know which computer you have and reuse it, because when you load that program, it's only going to work with your login. Alright, so that's something you'll want to make sure you do if you haven't done that already. Alright, and click on project template, and this is going to take you to the one for my project. Alright, now if you end up searching for this in Google Templates because you decided to go that way, make sure you look for the one that says Bihary on it. There are 2 of these floating around. One's for Mr. D'Angelo's class, one is for mine. They are slightly different, so make sure that you go to the one that says Bihary. And click on here where it says use this template. Alright, now I'm already logged in. If you haven't logged in yet, you're going to get a prompt to log in. Just type in your information and then it'll take you to this page. Alright, so this looks very similar to that Google presentation that you already did at the beginning of the semester. The first thing I want you to do when you open this up is I want you to go over here and click on that. Right? I want you to rename your project. Alright, so make sure you put your full name in there. Your hour, and then the name of your project. Alright, once you've done that, this works very similar to PowerPoint. So you'll have all these different slides here. It's already broken up. Look through the instruction sheet that you have to explain each section. So each quarter is pretty much like a section. You know, we're doing the March Madness theme since we are in March. And here's the articles that you need to read. To actually read them, you'll go over here where it says Start Presentation, and then you can actually go through the slideshow as though you're presenting it. Alright, so you click on here, here's the Cafe Standards article, and then it takes you right there. Now, if you have an issue where it says something about redirecting and it gets stuck, one of the things you might have to do is highlight that new address that says it's redirecting you to, copy and paste it into your browser. If that doesn't work, then using the name already in the presentation, that's the highlighted part that we clicked on, try searching for it on the web, because that article should come up. Most of these articles are from Detroit News, so that's where you'll find this stuff if you end up running into issues. Right? So here's an article, talks about the fuel rules coming out of the White House. So you would read through that, then you'll give it the points accordingly based on the instructions, have a picture in there, and then you'd also have the explanation. Right? So that will be what you're working on. You can see that all written down on the assignment page. Alright, so let's go back to the project itself, and you get through the first part, Right? You work on filling this stuff out, and then you get to the second quarter. Now here, you actually have to look for 3 of your own articles and do your own evaluations of them. So let's say you decide you get an article, you want to stick it in here. You're going to click on that link, right click, and then you'll see this little thing that comes up where it says link, and then you can copy and paste your link address in there. Alright, so I have this one from the Onion. Copy that. Go back to the project. Okay. And then now that has become a link. So that's really easy. That's how you link your articles to this assignment. Alright, so you go through that. We have the third quarter. This is where you'll be putting the graph in. If you need to, you can use Google Charts, or there's a website mentioned on the instruction sheet. That's another place you can look. And then you'll get to the fourth quarter. Here's where you'll have the 2 bailout articles. Now, if you want to do the extra credit, which is worth 5 points, you could also add an overtime slide. So you'd have slide 19 would say overtime, kind of like the fourth quarter and the third quarter. And then another slide you would import or embed a YouTube video or link a YouTube video that has to do with your stance on these different articles and on the auto industry, with an explanation, I believe. Let's see. Yeah, so you just have to insert the video. So that'll be the extra credit there. And then I would want you to at least have a little, maybe a sentence or two explaining why you threw that in there. Alright, so we got that. So that is how you get that set up. Now, when it goes time to turn this in, you're going to come over to the share button. Click on share. Alright, what you're going to need to do is start typing in my address. So that's joshua.bihary@uticak12.org. Right. Now, before you click the share and save button, uncheck that box where it says notify people via email. I don't need a bunch of emails telling me that you've turned your project in. I'm just going to check my Google Documents. Alright, so once you have that in there, you then click share and save. It's going to ask you, do you want to send it without the email? Say yes, I'm okay with that. Alright. Now, how will you know if it actually shared? Right? Maybe, did I get this turned in? See this little picture right here? It says Mr. B. If that shows up, that means I have gotten that email or that presentation. If that doesn't show up, that means you typed in the address wrong. So go back, check the instructions, and make sure. Once you see that come up, that picture matches with my account on Google. Alright? So that's how it knows to put that picture there. And if that doesn't show up, then that means the project didn't get turned in. So that's how you'll fix that. Alright? So we're done, and you've turned it in. There we go. That's how you set up this project. Once again, make sure you read through the paper instructions if you have any further questions. And good luck. And as I said, this project will be due Monday, March 19th by 2:15 p.m. So if I were you, I would try to have this completely done by Friday. That way, if any technical problems come up, they can be addressed before the turn-in date, and that way you don't have to take a 50% for turning in the project late because your project didn't work. Alright, and good luck.